Hello and welcome to this video on how to host your own Zoom meeting. Today we're going to be looking at the Zoom app. Usually with the project people have been signing in with the link sent to their email, but today we're going to look at hosting your own Zoom meeting, and for that you are going to need to tap on the Zoom icon. The Zoom icon is the white circle with the blue square and the white video camera with Zoom underneath. It's just there on my home screen beside my Google icon below Gmail. So first of all, I'm going to tap on the Zoom icon to open it up, and you can see here it's brought me to a sign in or sign up page. For anyone that has not signed up to Zoom before, what you'll be doing is you'll be going to press sign up just below join meeting there, and you'll be registering some details. So it's going to ask you firstly for your birth date. So I'm just going to, for the purposes of today, just going to change this down here. Okay, and press set, and then it's going to take you to the next page and ask you to sign up. This is the part where you'll put in your email. You can use your ONSIDE email, or if you have another email address that you prefer to use, you can put that in there, and your first name, last name, and you press sign up. From there you'll enter a password and create your account. Okay, I'm just going to hit back here as I've already signed up and press cancel, and I'm going to go in through the sign in section. So once you have signed up, you can stay signed into Zoom, but for today I'm going to sign in. Okay, as I already have an account, I'm going to enter my details and press sign in. So once I'm signed in, I can stay signed in and not have to keep signing in on my tablet, but I have a save password to Google. I'm going to press save. It'll make it easier next time I want to join. So here we are in the homepage for Zoom. You can see at the top it says meet and chat, and below it there's a search bar where you can search for people or meetings. And then below the search bar we have a few different icons. The icons we have are the orange one for new meeting. We can start a new meeting straight away and then invite people. We can join a meeting. From there we can join a meeting if we have the passcode and ID. And then we have schedule. This is where we can schedule in meetings. And share screen. If you're host, you can share your screen. Some of you may already be familiar with that with the training. Down below that at the very bottom of the screen you can see meet and chat, meetings, contacts and settings. From there, I can meet and chat, I can see my scheduled meetings, I can see my list of contacts, and I can look at settings. So I'm going to just show you settings to begin with. In your settings, you have your information, so there's meetings. This is where you can set up whether you want to connect to audio. You always want microphone mute. You always want the video turned off or on when joining a meeting. Mirror video, always show video preview. And that gives you a wee quick snapshot to see if your hair sitting right or anything in your teeth. Usually I'm just trying to hide the background. Show non-video participants. Show name when participants join. These are all things you can set up as your presets for when you host a meeting. Closed captions, original sound, connect time and safe driving mode. Again, these are your settings that you can preset before the meeting is started. I'm just going to go back there. Then we have our contacts, our chat. Again, show link preview, keep unread messages top, show unread message count. These are all the sort of things that you can set up that you'll have seen in some of our Zooms that we've been hosting anyway. And message notifications. Again, you can turn these on and off as to your preferences, but again, if you're not really wanting to go into too much detail, you can stick to the default settings, and there's just your ringtone on how it sounds. Okay, I'm going to just go back onto meet and chat, and that's our homepage. There we're back on meet and chat, and then we speech bubble, and this gives us again our icons. Any scheduled meetings are the wee clock, and you can see I have a few scheduled meetings there. There's my personal ID, and I can send an invitation, or I can edit the meeting. So say for example I have a meeting with the originals, perhaps I need to change the start date or the start time. I can go in here and edit them. Again, if I want to send an invitation to anyone for these preset meetings, I can do that, and just have to press start when I'm ready to start the meeting. Then we have contacts, and in your contacts it says it doesn't have any contact information stored. So if this was on a phone, you could enable and sync your phone to your device and have your contacts from your phone. Okay, I'm just going to go back to the Meet and Chat homepage, and from here, as I said, we can start with a new meeting. So if I was to tap on the orange icon, it's asked me to start a meeting. So this is going to start as a meeting straight away. I have my video turned on, and I can use my personal meeting ID, or I can turn that off. I'm going to start a meeting. So I'll just press start, and my screen's going to change now. Okay, so from here, what we can do, see, get a wee check of the hair and the teeth in the background. What we want to do now is we want to look at whether we want to start or stop our video. So I'm going to stop my video. There's my video stopped. And we're going to have a look at whether we want to mute or unmute. The annoying thing about Zoom is that the icons do disappear quite quickly, but what we're going to do is we're going to tap the screen. I find that if you tap the screen around the bottom area where your icons pop up, and it makes it easier to tap on the ones that you want. So we're going to tap on there, and I can mute. At the moment you probably won't hear me if you were on Zoom. I can also tap to unmute. I can start my video. This as a host means I can share my screen. So if I want to share my screen, I'm going to tap that again. I can share my screen. Then we can see participants. There's only myself in the meeting at the moment. But if I wanted to invite somebody, we've had a conversation, they know I'm going to invite them, I can press invite. And from here, I get a choice. Well, how do I want to invite people to the meeting that's currently going on? What do I want to invite them through Messenger, Hangouts, PayPal, invite Zoom contacts, or copy invite link to be sent by WhatsApp? As we all have Gmail already in our accounts, I'm going to tap on the Gmail icon, and we're going to go here now to our Gmail. So we're in the Compose, and already it's preloading everything I need, all the information from my email address, what the subject line is, and the link and the meeting ID and password. You can see there's a lot of other information there that we generally don't use, but it's the meeting ID and the Zoom link that's usually the best way to get into a meeting. So all I need to do then is type in who I'm going to send this to. So for today, I'm going to send this info to myself. Just as I said, it's a example. I'm going to send it to myself, and I've got my details in, and all I have to do is tap on the blue arrow. It's kind of like a paper airplane up on the right hand corner underneath my battery percentage and Wi-Fi. Tap on it, and it sends that message to me, that email to me, inviting me into the meeting. It also brings me back into the meeting very quickly. And to come out of this screen, what I have to do is press close just under my time in the left hand corner. But before I do, the meeting is still going on, and what I want to do is I can press mute all if I want to mute everybody in the meeting, or there's some options there, ask all to unmute. So as a host you have some control. I'm going to press close here for now, and again I'm just going to show you the more again is our features. When we are hosting the meeting, when I tap on more, we get a few more different options than when we're just a participant. We can record the meeting, we can look at security, we have chat, we have enable live transcript, see full transcript. So for anyone that has difficulty with hearing loss or concentration, sometimes putting on the live transcripts can help. And we can view the full transcript. We can change some meeting settings. We can disconnect audio. There's quite a few different features that we can do as hosts. The main one, what we've probably done quite a lot, is share our screens with you. Again, this is the meeting as it starts now. To end the meeting, instead of leave, we have the word end. So if I go to the word end and end the meeting, tap on the word end meeting for all, and that's the meeting closed down. Okay, so that's how to start a meeting from there. Okay, I'm going now up to cancel just under my time, and I'm back on the meet and chat page. From here, to do a scheduled meeting, we want to go to scheduled. And if we go to scheduled, what we can do is we can title the meeting. We can choose a date and time that we want that meeting to be on. So perhaps I want to do a meeting next week. So next week I'm going to go plus a few days. Next Thursday and I can set the meeting time. Then again, I can choose the time of my meeting. With Zoom, you get approximately 40 minutes of Zoom time. To sometimes nearly an hour, depending on the features. But for a free meeting, I don't see the need to purchase the license. What I've done in the past is, if the meeting is saying it's nearly going to end, we've swapped host, and the person that I'm chatting to has then become the host and can start a new meeting, and we can continue our conversation. Again, we can set in repeat if we want this to be a recurring passcode. Only, again, enable waiting room. This is a good feature, so only users admitted by the host can join the meeting. It just means not everybody can just drop in. And then, as I said, down to host video on, participant video on. We can set that up. Audio options as well, telephone and audio device. Advanced options give us some features like allow participants to join before the host. Have that turned off. Automatic record meeting, you don't really need that on. And approve or block entry from users from specific countries and regions. Or alternative hosts. So if you're having difficulty with Wi-Fi, you can select somebody else to be a potential other host in your meeting. And again, add to calendar. Add to calendar is a good feature. It means it'll automatically add to your email calendar that's connected to your account, and can give you a reminder. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to press done, and that's my meeting scheduled for next week. I'm going to allow Zoom to have access to my calendar, and at this point I can invite people. Okay, so I can invite people via Gmail. It's giving me PayPal, but we'll just ignore that for now, and we can go to Gmail, and from here I can send this invite now today. Sometimes the difficulty with that is people might start clicking on links on that date and time, not realizes it maybe for the next week. So if I just go back, I just want to come back out of that, back into my Zoom. What I can do is invite people later on. Okay, so maybe later on the date and time I want to invite people, I can invite them on the 21st rather than today. But as I said, you can set up your invites from when you schedule the meeting to when the meeting starts. And even when the meeting has started, whether it's a scheduled meeting or not, you can still invite people. So that's that, all done. So thank you for joining me today. I hope this has helped and answered some of your questions. If you need to see your meetings scheduled, as I said, you can go down to the meetings, the wee clock icon, check out your meetings that are scheduled, and if you need to send invitations from there, edit or change any of your scheduled meeting sends, you can also do that. Okay, thank you.